Chris Cormier versus Rubiel Mosquera, otherwise known as NECKZILLA. Another one for the database of comparisons for Mark's Max Muscle. You guys voted on this one, or selected for it anyway. Some of you voted for it. It was last in line. But the original You Pick Tuesday video this week got up to 400 likes, whatever it was. You guys earned this one. Chris Cormier, he's been training with Rubiel as of late. He's been improving, hopefully, knock on wood. He's been improving Rubiel, but back in the day, Chris Cormier, he was quite a handful himself. And yes, this was at the tail end of his career here in 2005 at the San Francisco Pro, where he won, actually. But you know what? In certain ways, he was at his best. He was in his prime. He really cranked it up a notch. I think he learned more, training, things of that nature. So he is maybe the perfect guy to get in the ear of Rubiel Mosquera. But we're beating around the bush. Who's winning this shot? I think it's too much. I think Rubiel is just too much. His torso, his upper body does not suck. His arms might be losing in the matchup, but I think the legs are enough to get a victory over Chris Cormier. What do you guys think? Do you think the midsection, the flow, the beauty is enough for Chris Cormier? Here is the turn to the side. We have no front lat spread. Chris Cormier from that San Fran Pro. And yes, Chris Cormier was jacked here. He was huge. I actually almost prefer this version over the 99. And I did this version because, I think we're sick and tired of seeing the same old versions over and over and over and over again. And we can't wait till we see a different version of Rubiel. Chris Cormier, as jacked as he is here, he's not going to defeat NECKZILLA. He is on another level of being jacked. Just huge, guys. Side tricep. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Not even close, guys. From the front, Chris may have had a chance, but from the side, it is all she wrote. But of course, there is one chance for good old Chris. Chris, one of my favorite, by the way. There is a chance that he can defeat Rubiel in these back shots. And yeah, Chris Cormier, one of my favorites of all time. Not just because of his great physique, but because he is a real cool dude. Great attitude. I'm telling you right now. His back, this at a time rivaled that of Ronnie King Coleman on the Olympia stage back in '99. And no, I'm not speaking loose. His back here is, I think, doing enough to defeat Rubiel Mosquera's. Now, the lower half, that is a different situation altogether. Cormier, known for some good separated hamstrings, but I don't think he ever really nailed the thin skin, the condition. Never had the steroided glutes. In other words, him and Lee Priest, they didn't care. It would have been a nice matchup, actually, between Lee Priest, Chris Cormier. Cormier, though, he has the back. It's just a little bit of one little glaring omission. So having said that, back shot, maybe go to Mosquera because of the condition, but rear double by, an even nicer shot for Chris Cormier. What a beautiful shot. And he did win this event, guys, and he was defeating some guys with the strided glutes. I don't know if their hamstrings were as cut as Cormier. And I know we're not really talking much about Rubiel Mosquera. Just excited to see this old version of Cormier. He is a cool dude, like I said, and a fantastic physique. Look at the lat insertions. And the thing about Rubiel, people say, oh, his upper body's no good, this and that. It's pretty good. It just does not match that lower half. And if he does get it to match, well, his delts, his width of his back, even close to matching those legs. I don't think we're asking for a miracle here. Even close, nobody can defeat him, and he's actually quite conditioned. Here's the abs and thigh. Watch, there's footage on the Prague Pro, and I'm telling you guys, it's good, clear footage. and you can see the thin skin. He actually is quite conditioned, is Rubiel Mosquera. Chris Cormier, one of the best abs and thighs you're ever gonna see in all of bodybuilding. And I know I say that so loosely. One of the best, one of the best. Hey, Chris Cormier's is one of the best. It would match the likes of Sean Ray's. And speaking of Lee Priest, the blunder from Damnanda, he is one of the best also. Six packs, shape of the abs, Cormier, Lee Priest, Sean Ray. Nobody really is touching any of those guys. Andrew Jacked, it's more of his entire torso heap than just the six pack itself. Chris Cormier, he nails it. He can do the belly dance too. Most Muscular, and Chris Cormier is a beast. Hear him roar. Roar diddly roar roar. 1, 2, 3 diddly dee. He is defeating Rubiel in a lot of the shots, but overall it's just too much. I think the thin skin condition, and if you can see it in a picture, guys, you'd be able to see it in real life, video footage, things of that nature. Rubiel, he is not to be messed around with, and he is not just a one-trick pony. He's not just a one-trick pony at all. He has decent flow in the back shots. Gotta widen it out, of course, a little bit more. But it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. And when you have rocket ships to the moon for legs, never mind tree trunks, it's worth, spending the extra time to develop that upper body. And what the heck, win an Olympia title or 10. Never know, never know. Do what Chris Cormier could have did. He could have been on top for that many years. He was a proven commodity. And he gave Rubiel a run for his money. Just as much as any of the other guys that I've done comparisons with. Chris Cormier, one of the best upper bodies. Awesome. He's got some feathering in the quad. Just missing a couple little lines in the bum. I mean, who cares about that? Right?
Oh, come on! Subscribe to my channel, please, if you have not already. And if you would like to, check out my latest video as well. And there is a playlist if you want to really help me out. You could watch a bunch of videos as well. Have a great one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, come on, Billy!